Another robbery today, October 14th, this time at the First Caribbean International Bank, where bandits got away with an undisclosed amount of cash. In broad daylight, bandits again didn't hesitate to take what is simply not theirs. The incident occurred at around 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. today at the First Caribbean International Bank. Now, according to unconfirmed reports, armed masked men robbed a local supermarket representative who was in the process of performing a money drop-off. The robbers, who got away with an undisclosed amount of cash, ran into nearby bushes. Before their getaway, shotguns were fired. Upon arriving at the scene, police crime scene investigators were busy taping off the premises, clearing the premises of vehicles, gathering information, and judiciously searching for clues. There is still no official word from Provo Police, but according to witnesses, there were no injuries. One man who refused to go on camera gave News 4 his account.
When I pulled up, it seemed like it was some sort of payday or what have you, and then I realized that after listening to a few people that there was some sort of robbery. At first I thought it was a bank robbery, and then I learned later on that there was an individual robbery. Some guy from Price Club came in probably to do a deposit, and the gunman showed up. I learned that it was two guys, one with a shotgun, one with a handgun, and they fired off about 3 shots, according to some witnesses. The guy from Price Club dropped the bag, ran inside, they picked it up, ran on the side of the building of the bank, went to the back somewhere in the bushes, and that was it. It was just that everybody was all shooken up. There were a lot of people on the phones making calls, trying to call the police, what have you. You know, the police came and they started to cordon off the place, you know, get the whole place cleared up so they can do their investigations.
News 4 spoke with Gerard Spencer, a professional security officer on the scene. Now, from a professional standpoint, we asked Spencer how he thinks banks, or even businesses for that matter, can transact safer deposits.
I mean, number one, unfortunately, the individual who was involved, what is happening nowadays, a lot of these business managers or these various businesses and so forth, they're taking it upon themselves to do their own escorts unarmed. And honestly speaking, nowadays it's basically boiled down to a suicide mission. I mean, there's companies out there, such as myself. I provide armed money transit services, fortune security, and electronic services. I mean, I recommend that they hire a company who has professionals, who are firearm license holders, who has, you know, the training and the ability to escort their money properly or their sales properly to the banks nowadays. But it's really foolish if you were to take it upon yourself with no type of training at all or no type of firearm.
Traffic was backed up as onlookers stood at the curb, some quiet, others outraged over the latest crime activity. The vocal Stephanie Duncanson spoke through her car window. She said that she is fed up and called on His Excellency Governor Gordon Weatherall to deal with the crime problem here on Providenciales.
I am tired of what is going on in this country. We need to address this situation as a people. The British government needs to send in reinforcement with the police department so that we can have adequate police on the street watching the banks and business institutions. It is time that this madness stop, and it's time that the governor himself look into it, because he is in charge of the police department. I am told by the police on the street that we have no manpower. Why don't we have the manpower? Is it because no English person has yet to be robbed? It is time that this bloody madness stop. God is in control of this nation, but yet we as a people must come together and take the stand that we're going to stop the madness and see that it's done through the British government.
Now, this incident follows a spree of robberies in just 2 weeks. Provo Police is investigating, and News 4 will continue to follow this as there are developments. At the First Caribbean International Bank on the Leeward Highway, for WIB4 News, I'm Takara Bain.